योऽन्तः प्रविश्य मम वाचमिमां प्रसुप्तां सञ्जीवयत्यखिलशक्तिधरस्वधाम्ना अन्यांश्च हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणान् नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यम्। गुरुं हि स्वयं सत्यः प्रज्ञाभक्तिविनीतयः दीप्तिश्चाभिवृता नित्यं तं गुरुं प्रणमाम्यहम्। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। We were reading the third verse in the Kathopanishad. We are about to go to that. First, let us read first two. यश्रेयोऽभिलषत्यवाप्तुमनघः मोक्षात्मकं धीमता तेनार्थेषु गृहेषु बन्धुषु सुतभ्रातृगणासु क्वचित् बुद्ध्यानेषु रथेषु भूमिषु नौ स्वर्गोपभोगेष्वपि प्रीत्याशये अविधाय शान्तमनसा शुश्रूषणीयो गुरुः। स्त्रीपुत्रार्थगृहादिसंसृतिमयः प्रेयः फलैकाश्रया विद्यामार्गविलक्षणो रसति स श्रेयोदविद्यापथः। भ्रान्ताः पण्डितमानिनो गतिभृतो विद्यापथेन्द्राश्रयाः कूपेन्धा इव संसृतो परिपतन्त्यन्ये पुरं ब्रह्मणः। So basically he was trying to convey that there are two margas. One is called Vidya Marga, the other is called Avidya Marga. So those who are in Avidya Marga, as we are, so he says generally they are led. There is a saying in Sanskrit, Gatanu Gatiko Lokaha, Nalokah Paradamarthikaha. Gatanu Gatiko Lokaha, Nalokah Paramarthikaha. This is a common saying. Gatanu Gatikaha means, so if he follows some path, so I will also follow some path. Gata Anugatikaha. Gatanugatiko Lokaha. Generally, this is the way the world is functioning. Gatanugatiko Lokaha. So here he is saying, Avidyayam antare vartamanaha swayam dhira panditam manyamanaha dandramyamanaha pariyanti mudhaha andhenaiva niyamana yathandha. So that is what was explained in the previous verse. Now in the subsequent verse, so we saw verse number 15, which is essentially the second verse. So there are a few people who pursue. Okay. So they do not just go blindly. So they analyze which is the right path. So which is what should be taken by me. So this kind of analysis is done by a few people. So Anye Puram Brahmanaha. So these people, Brahmanaha Puram, Pravishanti. Say they go to that. Now, the verse which we are going to take, which is verse 16, is basically paraphrasing only one mantra. So interestingly, he summarized one Valli in one sloka. Then he summarized almost 5 mantras in one sloka. And now he is basically devoting one big verse for a small mantra there. Okay? So that is 6th mantra. We will see that. Let us read the verse now. Lokoyam Pashuputra Gehadharani.
Lokoyam Pashuputra Gehadharani. Lokoyam Pashuputra Gehadharani.
Dhanyadiruposti tat.
Dhanyadiruposti tat. Dhanyadiruposti tat.
Bhinnah kopi paro na chasti tataha.
Bhinnah kopi paro na chasti tataha.
Bhinnah kopi paro na chasti tataha. Talabhavancha vritha. Talabhavancha vritha. Talabhavancha vritha. Nashtam dehamayam pratisvapitaram.
Nashtam dehamayam pratisvapitaram. Nashtam dehamayam pratisvapitaram.
Vitadinashyam na tat. Vitadinashyam na tat. Vitadinashyam na tat. Prajnyenetyabhimanyate yamavasham. Prajnyenetyabhimanyate yamavasham. Prajnyenetyabhimanyate yamavasham. Yatyapyavidyavashaha. 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 Lokoyam Pashuputra Gehadharani Dhanyadi Ruposti Tat Bhinnaha. So there, Tat Bhinnaha. So there is a hyphen. So that is fine. So it should be a compound word. Tat Bhinnaha. But in the 3rd quarter, Tat, so there is no need for that. Okay. So we'll come to that, but the interesting observation that is being made here is in the first line of the Vyakhyana. In fact, in this edition, there is a major drawback. The drawback is usually these avatarikas are given before the verse. So ya iti, this is the general practice. So before you start the verse, you give the avatarika and then you bring the verse. So somehow, I mean, they have put it differently. It's okay. So here he says, Lokoyam Pashuputra Gehadharani Dhanyadiruposti Tadbhinnaha. Kopi paro na chasti tataha. Tataha can actually break because there is a yati bhanga. Tallaha bhavancha vritha. There is no need to combine there. Okay, there is a yati. Nashtam dehamayam pratisvapitaram vittadinasyan natad. Prajnyenet Yabhimanyate yamavasham. So tat, so there you can remove the hyphen. Okay, so these are some editorial corrections. So now we will take up this. So here he basically brings in yaiti. In the avatarika he says आस्तिकेषु कर्मठाः अविद्यापथपान्थाः सन्यासिनस्तु विद्यापथपान्थाः इत्युक्तम्. So he is basically paraphrasing. So there are two kinds of people you can think of, Astika and Nastika. Basically the darshana itself is split into Astika darshanam, Nastika darshanam, right? So Astika is basically the one who believes in Atma beyond this Sharira. Those who believe in Atma beyond this Sharira, and this knowledge is given to us only by scriptures, and therefore those who have faith in scriptures. So that is how it goes. Okay? Sharirātiriktaha Atma Astiti Manvanaha Astikaha. Sharirātiriktaha Atma Asti Katham Nyayate? Shrutya Nyayate. Na tu pratyakshataha, na tu anumanya. So therefore, anumana to some extent can help you in what is stated in Shruti. So therefore, those who have faith in the scriptures, okay, so Vedas, so they are considered Astika. Here he is saying, Astikeshu, among the Astikas, so he is trying to bring a distinction. Karmathaha. Karmathaha means those who have absolute faith in karma. So which is what was seen in the previous verse. So I have to keep doing karma. So there's those who believe in that. By karma itself, Swarga is obtained, and Swarga is considered as Akshaya, etc. So those are Akshayam Havi Chaturmasya Yajino Bhavanti. There is a Shruti. So Chaturmasya Yajinaha. So the Akshayam Sukham Bhavati. So there is a state. Akshaya means that which will not decline. So these statements should not be considered as statements which are made to actually tell you that it is Akshaya, but this Prarochana. That is how they interpret. Because there are other statements which also say Tadyatheha karmachito lokaha kshiyate evam amutra punyachito lokaha kshiyate. So karmachito lokaha kshiyate means, so you will not be able to ever enjoy whatever you have acquired. So this ever enjoyment, as you understand that it is not possible, so too karmachito lokaha, punyachito lokaha. There are two terms which are employed. So karmachita means by your own action you have acquired something. So this action leads to some punya and you go to some other thing. Punyachito lokaha. So these two seem to be contradictory to each other, and therefore one is called Gauni, the other is called Mukhya. So that is what was explained in the previous verse. Okay. Now he is referring to those karmathas. So those who believe in those vakyas as real vakyas, and they have the import as it is. Okay. Those who do not consider them to be having secondary meaning. So karmatha, avidyapatha is the phrase. It's a very interesting usage. Avidyapatha. On the other hand, he says sannyasinastu vidyapatha. Among astikas, you classify them into two categories. One is karmathaha, the other is sannyasinaha. So this karmathaha are described by the phrase avidyapatha panthaha. So sannyasinaha are described by the phrase vidyapatha panthaha. How does this word come about? So we have Aradhana here. So we should just go into so avidyapatha panthaha or vidyapatha panthaha. There are three words you can very easily see. What are they? Avidya or Vidya, then we have Patha, then we have Pantha. So if you have to give the derivation, so first you have to form the compound. avidyapathaha with 2 words. And then you have to integrate panthaha. What is panthaha? Panthaha. No. See, there is a word pathin shabda. Pathin shabda will have panthaha, panthano, panthanaha. Correct. Pathin means margaha. You can understand. Panthaha, panthano, panthanaha. This is how the shabda goes. So pathin, when you try to form a compound, so it will become pathaha. So avidya margaha, that is what it means. Okay. Now we will tell the sutra. Rit purabdhu pathama nakshe. Rit purabdhu. Pathama nakshe. This basically gives 5 words which will form the second word in the compound. If they were to be, then, so there is a certain suffix which will get tagged to it. That is apratyaya. Rik, puhu, apu, dhuhu, and then patham, pathin. Anakshe means anakshe a. So this is what you have to understand. A is the suffix. It will get added. The suffix a will get added when you form the compound with these 5 words as the second word. Is it clear? So suppose you have Govindapuram, Vishnupuram. We all know these are names of Govindapuram. So Puhu is the Shabda. So it becomes Pura. Okay, this is because of the suffix A. Okay. So Dhuhu. So in fact we have this word, no? Vidhura. Okay. So Dhuhu means, so it is not remaining as Dhuhu. Okay, it becomes Dhura. So this is because when you form a compound samasa, a suffix will get tagged and therefore Puhu will become Pura. Dhuhu will become Dhura. Okay. So this is what the sutra tells. So in this is applicable to Rik, Puhu, Apu, Dhura, and then we have Pathin. Even when you have this, so this Pathin will become Pathaha. Okay. So Vidya Margaha. What does the later part say? Anakshe. Anakshe will become Anakshe. Okay. A is the suffix which get tagged to Anakshe. Anakshe means if the word with which you try to form the compound is not Aksha. That is what it means. Aksha bhinne. This is what you have to understand. Anakshe means Aksha bhinne. Okay, when you try to form the compound. Why? Because we have the word Akshadhuhu. It is not Akshadhura. Understand? So Akshadhuhu is the form of the compound. Okay, so now we will leave that sutra. Let us come back to this. Vidya pathaha, avidya pathaha. We have the word now. Okay, vidyayaha pathaha, vidya pathaha. Avidyayaha pathaha, avidya pathaha. So avidya margaha, vidya margaha. Okay, this is what is the first compound. Now you add this word panthaha to this. So this panthaha is synonymous to pathikaha. Have you heard of pathikaha? Pathikaha means the one who goes in that path. Pathikaha is one who goes in that path, one who chooses that path. It's called pathikaha. So pathikaha, someone who is walking in the street, you can describe him as pathikaha. But the word pantha is something which is special. Okay, both of them come from pathin. There is a special sutra which has been given by Panini to explain the formation of this pantha. So, what is the sutra? The sutra is pantho na nityam.
Pantho na nityam.
Pantho na. Pantho na nityam.
Pantho na nityam. Pantho na nityam.
Nityam means essentially here, if he does it regularly. So, if you see someone regularly going by that path, you should describe him by the word pantha. Okay. Once in a while, if it happens, then you use the word pathikaha. So, this is the distinction that has been brought out. Okay. Pantha. Okay. So, they have framed certain words particularly to convey a meaning. So, here the word pantha na is the suffix which is added. What does this pantha? Pathaha, panthaha, pathaha is something which is borrowed from some other sutra. So the word pathaha will get replaced by panthaha. Okay, and the suffix na gets added. Nityam, if you want to refer to that, it is a phenomenon which is occurring regularly. Okay, so this much is sufficient now. So pantha, that is how. Then there will be adivritti which will happen, and pantha will become pantha. Okay. So what does he want to convey by the specific usage? So once in a while you study Vedanta, you cannot be described as Vidyapatha Pantha. Understand? So that is what it means. That is what he wants to convey. So that is why he uses this phrase, very interesting, okay, which also has alliteration. Avidyapatha Pantha. Then Sanyasinastu. See, Vidyapatha Pantha. Actual sannyasi. Real sannyasi. Okay, Vidyapatha Pantha. Ityukta. Now he says, Nastikanam punah ko margaha ityata aha lokaiti. This loka, actually there is one more problem which I find is, usually you should give the pratika. Loka should be bold in all the verses. Okay. So when you say yaiti, so whatever occurs in that verse, you should actually generally make it, these are called pratikas. Okay, lokaiti. Okay, so this is how the avatarika for this verse is given. Nastikanam punah ko margaha. So you said that Vidyapatha is chosen by these people, Avidyapatha is chosen by these people. What do Nastikas choose? Okay, those who do not have any kind of belief whatsoever. So that is what is described in this verse. Lokoyam pashuputra gehadharani dhanyadi ruposti tad bhinna kopi paro nachasti tataha tallabha vancha vritha. Pashuputra gehadharani dhanyadi rupaha. This is one single compound. So, Pashuputra Deha Dharani Dhanyadi Rupaha. Suppose you want to describe the world. So, what does it consist of? So, there are various Pashus, there are various Pakshis. So, you have your own familial relations, Putra. So, I have a house. Okay, I have a house here, I have a house elsewhere. Dhanya, so Dharani. So, I have got a big farm somewhere. I have purchased 5 acres. So, Dhanya Dharani Rupaha, etc., etc. Okay. Dharanyadi Rupaha. All the possessions which I possess. Okay. the possessions, so myself, relatives, etc. This is essentially loka. There is nothing which is beyond this. Okay? So this sharira, something related to sharira, and wherever I dwell, so all these things, this forms essentially loka. Tad bhinnaha kopi nasti. Tad bhinnaha means, so what do we say? Astikas. So astikas believe Sharirādiriktaha Atma Asti. This loka that you see is always perishable. Any of the things that you consider is anitya. So there is one vastu which we describe as nitya. I am Atma Nityaha. So if you want to say that this is different from that, then this should not belong to this category. And there is one entity which does not belong to this domain, which is Nityaha. Okay. Saha kidrishaha nityopalabdhisvarupo hamatma. It is good. Sanityopalabdhisvarupo hamatma. So there are beautiful verses which describe the nature of Atma. So here there is nothing which is beyond this loka, which means you are saying that there is Atma, Nitya, etc. There is no pramana for that. So those who karmathas whom we saw before, they believe Sharirādiriktaha Atma Asti, and therefore they belong to the domain of Astikas. And Nastikas are those who do not believe anything beyond this Sharira. Okay? Sharira Loka. Now, and the relationship. Okay? So the relationship that you have with various entities and this Sharira, that is what Loka is. There is nothing which is beyond that. Tad bhinnaha. So beyond this, so these possessions, the relations and this Sharira, this constitutes Loka. There is nothing which is beyond. Tad bhinnaha means different from this. Okay? Tad bhinnaha kopi paraha na chasti. Nothing. There is, does not exist. Hi tataha tallabha vancha vritha. Tallabha vancha vritha. Vritha means futile. Any exercise that you do is all futile exercise. So you just enjoy this world with this Sharira, whatever you possess, and try to acquire whatever can give you pleasure. Okay? Therefore, tallabha vancha means, so there is nothing which is beyond this. So tallabha, either by doing karma, swarga, etc., they don't exist at all. Okay, either paraloka or beyond this Sharira, any joy that you are saying, so you just close your eyes. So you will be enjoying much more than what you enjoy by engaging. Suppose somebody says, no, there is nothing. How can I do? So that is what they say. Okay. So this tallabha vancha vritha. Then further he says, nashtam dehamayam pratisvapitaram vittadi bhashyam. See, dehamayam. So how will you split? Deham, ayam. Huh? Ayam deham. Then it should be deha. No? Deham will not be. Deha is a pullinga shabda. It should be dehoayam. It will not be dehamayam. See, it is a mayat pratyaya which has been used here. Okay? So, dehamayam so means deharupam. Okay? So, deharupaha yaha vikaraha. So, that is what you have to understand. So, this form of this Sharira, okay? Nashtam means once it perishes. Nashtam dehamayam prati. This body perishes. Then it goes. After some time, anyway, it goes. So now those who believe that this Atma is Nitya, So you perform some ritual. You perform shraddha, you perform various things. Okay? So you do this. So all these rituals that you perform is all meaningless. Those who do not believe in anything which is beyond this Sharira, so for who are you performing? The Sharira is nashta, so you have burnt it or you have buried it. For whom are you doing this? Okay. Nashtam dehamayam prati swapitaram. Swapitaram. Father is essentially this Sharira Pinda, gone. So Pitaram Uddishya. Pitara is nowhere, no more. So when you say Pitaram Uddishya, I do this karma. So Swapitaram. So you do anything, Vittadi, whatever money that you spend towards that, Nashyam. Okay? It is all meaningless exercise. Okay? Nashtam dehamayam pratisvapitaram vittadi nashyam natad prajnena. If you are an intelligent person, you should not do that. Ityabhimanyate. Okay? So those who keep talking along these lines, abhimanyate yamavasham. So those persons, he is describing them as avidyavashaha. Avidyavashaha means, so coming under the spell of avidya, so this person keeps talking like this. Okay? Avidyavashaha, and what happens to him? Yamavasham yati. Yamavasham yati means he once again gets into completely, once and for all, he is in this loop. These fellows cannot escape from this loop. Just because you say there is nothing, it doesn't mean that you will anyway fall into the loop. Whether you believe or you don't believe. So this is what is the meaning. Okay? See, there are some people who are familiar with the name Heisenberg. I am just reminded of an interesting episode. Heisenberg is a famous physicist, okay, who laid the foundation of quantum mechanics. He is one of the persons. This Heisenberg, I remember to have studied somewhere. This Heisenberg, as he was working in his office, so there was some horseshoe magnet noticed by somebody. Okay, so somewhere hanging in his room. So this person apparently went and asked Heisenberg, do you also believe in the effect that this horseshoe magnet will produce? Okay. So Heisenberg apparently said, whether I believe or I don't believe, it will have its own effect on me. You understand? So this is what it is. So similarly, so here avidyavashaha, so whether you consider or you don't consider, so this is what will happen. You will eternally be into the loop of Janma Marana. So this is what he is basically saying. I will come back to this commentary after reading the mantra in the Upanishad. So you can take this mantra because there are some interesting phrases in that mantra also. So this is sixth mantra in the Kathopanishad. Nasamparayah pratibhati balam pramadyantam vittamohena mudham ayam loko nasti para iti mani punah punar vasamapadyate me. This is what the mantra is. You can see punah punar vasamapadyate me. So this is the statement of Yama. Understand? So he gets into the loop and once again comes back to me. Punah punaha means again and again this fellow comes back to me. This is what it says. And further it says, Nasamparayaha pratibhati balam pramadyantam vittamohena mudham. This word samparayaha is a special usage. Samparayaha. Samparayaha, this has been nicely explained in the commentary by Bhagavad Pada. So once you read this mantra, then you will be able to relate why Ramaraya wanted to spend so much time in explaining this mantra. Pratibhati. Pratibhati means it does not strike to him. It does not appeal to his mind. Okay? So bhati, pratibhati. This idea does not come to his mind. It does not get into his mind. What does not get into his mind? Samparayaha. Samparayaha balam na pratibhati. So what is samparayaha? Sampara, then E. E is the dhatu. E in gatau. Okay. So Bhagavad Pada here explains sampareyate iti samparayaha paralokaha. Okay. Sampareyate iti samparayaha paralokaha. Understand? So what does it mean? Samyak iyate. Iyate means gachati. Okay, paratra iyate, or after leaving this body, he goes. So wherever he lands, so that we call as paraloka. Okay, so paraloka means after dehapata, dehapatat param labhyamanaha lokaha paralokaha. Okay, dehapata urdhvam. So labhyamano lokaha paralokaha. So na samparayaha means, so after samparaya the form samparaya comes. So samparaya means paralokaha. Understand? Sampareyate iti samparayaha paralokaha. After that he says tat prapti prayojanaha sadhana visheshaha shastriyaha samparayaha. Okay. So tat prapti prayojanaha means that which facilitates you in getting that. Tat prapti prayojanaha, tat praptireva prayojanam yasya. So shastriyaha means, so the various rituals that you perform, okay, the various things that you perform, so those things are referred to as samparayaha. So balam na pratibhati. So now he says balam avivekinam. Okay. So avivekinam prati na pratibhati na prakashate nopatishthate ityetat. So na pratibhati means even if you try to explain, so if you are so firm in your belief, so then whatever you say that will not get into your mind. Okay, so this we will see. See in our own experiences. Even yesterday, so there was some meeting which I had. Again and again you say something, they will keep on saying, because they are in that framework. So this ideological framework, they cannot get out of it. So nasam parayaha pratibhati balam. So balam na pratibhati. Why is he described as bala? Because he is aviveki. He is not able to use the power of discrimination which he is blessed with. Bala cannot employ, and therefore he is using the phrase bala, like a bala. See, when you are young, I remember, see, when I was young, so in those days, I don't know whether it is there now, some biscuits will be there. One will be in the form of peacock, the other will be in the form of something else, horse. Okay, I will demand, I want this only. He says, this is bigger, my father will say, no, 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 this is not. And even if it is broken, no, 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 this is, I cannot take it. See, so that's bala, you understand? So I am giving you more. See, my father will say, I am giving you 2 pieces, take it. No. न samparayah pratibhati balam. Okay, that viveka is not there. Pramadyantam vittamohena mudham. So he further says pramadyantam. Pramadyantam means pramadam kurvantam. So pramada means mistake. So pramada in Sanskrit means mistake. In Tamil it is different. Enna pramadama. So it is used in the sense of excellent in Tamil language. That pramoda perhaps has become pramada. Payasam eppadi irundhu pramadama irundhu. Kacheri eppadi irundhu pramadama irundhu. Pramoda means it gives immense pleasure. I think perhaps something happened. Anyway, so pramadyantam means pramadam kurvantam. Where is pramada? So he is explaining putra pashvadi prayojanesh vasakta manasam. That is why Ramaraya started with, so he was giving a list. So you can see this. Putra pashvadi prayojanesh vasakta manasam. Asakta manasaha means he is completely fixed to it, always thinking. So he is unable to pull him out of this. That is why he is using the word asakta manasam. Asakta means always fixed. The putra pashvadi prayojaneshu. These are all things which I have to acquire. Putra pashvadi prayojaneshu asakta manasam. Then further he says tatha vittamohena vittanittena avivekena mudham. Vittanittena avivekena. So this aviveka can come and grab you by various means. It can be in the form of some other beings, fellow beings, and so on and so forth, or it can be in the form of vitta also. Okay, so he is saying vittamohena vitta nimittena avivekena mudham. In fact, I remember one of my relatives saying, so this fellow, very, very nice fellow, exceedingly nice, soft spoken, he was listening to others and so on and so forth. But this was the lament which I heard from an elderly relative. This fellow, once he got trapped into this vitta moha, then he started disrespecting his own father, mother. Once in the dialogue, this lady told me that he told his father in front, "You are an idiot. You did not know how to save money." So this is what she said. You did not know how to. This was the exact phrase which she was saying. So this is because of the vitta moha. He started earning, he started investing in something, etc. Then it started growing. His father did not do. So then he describes him as, so that is what is vitta mohena mudham. So this happens, I am not real. And I have also seen in certain other cases, okay, sometimes it just, you are just into a different frame because of your friend circle. This is how it has to be. Money has to be grown. You cannot. So this kind of a thinking makes him describe these things. Okay. Pramadyantam. There is a beautiful verse, no? Kruto vittvastambha pratihata dhyam anjali rapi tvamashe Kalalapas sodhaha.
Kalalapas sodhaha.
This is a very interesting verse.
Kalalapas sodhaha.
Kathamapi tadaradhanaparaihi. Kathamapi tadaradhanaparaihi. कथमपि तदाराधनपरैः कलालवस्तुढाः कथमपि तदाराधनपरैः निगृह्यान्तर्बाष्पम् 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 हसितमपि हसितमपि शून्येन मनसा शून्येन मनसा शून्येन मनसा कृतो वित्तस्तंभ कृतो वित्तस्तंभ कृतो वित्तस्तंभ प्रतिहत धियाम् अंजलिरपि प्रतिहत धियाम् अंजलिरपि प्रतिहत धियाम् अंजलिरपि त्वमाशे मोघाशे त्वमाशे मोघाशे त्वमाशे मोघाशे किमपरमतो नर्तयसि माम् किमपरमतो नर्तयसि माम् किमपरमतो नर्तयसि माम्. This is basically, I think, 4th or 5th verse in Vairagya Shataka. It is Khalalapas Sodhaha. Khalalapaha, it means fools. Alapaha. So if you have to go somewhere along with them, so some company has to be, so you have to keep listening to them. Khalalapas Sodhaha. With great difficulty I have been listening to them. Okay. Kathamapi Ramata. Somehow Kathamapi. Hello, why did you listen? You could have just come out. Because I had to please them, he is my boss. Kathamapi Tadaradhana Paraihi. Tadaradhanam means in order to please that fellow. Tadaradhana Paraihi. And then he graphically describes Nigrihyantar Bashvam. I would have otherwise cried. I was trying to restrict my tears. Nigrihyantar bhashpam. But externally I was laughing. Understand? Hasitam shunyena manasa. Then further he says, see, Krito vittasthambha pratihata dhiyam. Vittasthambha pratihata dhihi. That is what reminded me. Vittena, vittanimittena, avivekena. Understand? So this vitta itself generates aviveka in you. So here this verse says, Vittasthambha pratihata dhihi. So you had the right line of thinking, but once it came, that right line of thinking went away from you. So pratihata dhihi means it has beaten. Krito vittasthambha pratihata dhiyam. See, sometimes it breeds arrogance. Okay, this fellow, my own family, he just thought that he can speak to his father like this. Because I mean, he has grown huge amount of money. He has started earning. So he can describe. Vittasthambha pratihata dhiyam anjali ravi. So here he says, those fellows, nowadays, sometimes people do for politicians. No? Anjali. Vittasthambha pratihata dhiyam anjali ravi. Tomashe moghashe kimaparamado nartayasi mam. So what more are you going to make me? Okay, to dance, keep dancing. How much more should I dance? I mean, anyway, so this happens sometimes. So that's what he is saying. Vitta mohena, vitta nimittena, avivekena, mudham. Mudham means tamasa achannam. Okay? Tamasa achannam means the intellect which can function in the right way has been shielded by this. Tamasa achannam. Achannam satu ayameva lokaha. That fellow will say, this is the world. Understand? So lokoyam, that's what he starts, right? That's why he is saying, Lokaha, ayameva lokaha. This is the loka, there is no paraloka. See, yoyam drishyamanaha. See, now you see, striyan napanadi visishtaha. Stri, annapana, etc. So whatever I can enjoy here, that is what the loka is. Striyan napanadi visishtaha. Nasti paraha adrushto lokaha. Adrushto lokaha nasti. Okay. So basically the word lokyate iti lokaha. It need not necessarily refer to a physical place. It can refer to anything. Even prajaha are called lokaha. In fact, I am Atma is also called lokaha. See, I am Atma, I am lokaha. Okay, there is another Upanishad which says. Okay. So that itself can be called as adrushto lokaha ityevam. See, the phrase mani is also very important. Mani can mean those who have some self-esteem. They are also called mani. Okay, manam kettavani means you don't have any self-respect. So then also we just say manam kettavaya. This is a phrase in Tamil. Okay, so mani can mean that. But here we have to understand it as mananashilaha. So that is what he is trying to say. So this is how their line of thinking is always ayam lokaha nasti para iti mani. So here mani means it is not any self-respecting fellow kind of a thing. One who always keeps thinking like this. Mananashilaha ayam loko nasti para iti mani punah punar vasamapadyate me. That fellow again and again gets trapped, okay, into the cycle of birth and death. Punah punaha janitva vasam adhinatam apadyate me mrityoho mama. So janana maranadi lakshana dukha prabandharudha eva bhavati ityarthaha. It means so that fellow will never ever have any way of rescuing from this samsara chakra. Now, so let us come back to the Vyakhyana written by Ramaraya for this verse. So Ramaraya starts with Pashuputra geha dharani dhanyadi rupaha ayam drishyamanaha lokaha eva asti. Now it is very simple. Okay. So drishyamanaha lokaha eva asti. Natu paraha lokaha. Okay. So there is nothing which is beyond. Tad bhinnaha, which is different from this. Kopi paraha lokaha cha nasti naivasti. He, the word he here means yasmat. Okay. Yataha evam ataha. So that's what it means. Yasmadevam tataha. Therefore, talla bhavancha paraloka kamaha. See, this is a mistake here. Paraloka, there should be a hyphen. Paraloka kamaha is one word. Okay. Paraloka kamaha vritha. Okay. So I can elevate myself into a different world, etc. See, vritha is all meaningless. See, this paraloka can mean some other loka, or paraloka transforming from this loka into a different plane. It's always dwelling in happiness. That is also a paraloka. See? So paraloka kamaha vritha vyarthaha. Tat tasmat. Therefore, he says, nashtam vritam. That is why I said this tat is a separate word. It is not a compound word. Tat tasmat nashtam vritam dehamayam deharupam dehatmavaditvan nastikanam. So nastikaha, so they say there is nothing like Atma beyond this Deha. Deheva Atma. Okay. Dehatmavadinam nastikanam iri bhavaha स्वपितरं प्रति उद्दिश्य प्राज्ञेन विदुषा वित्तादिननाश्यम् see nakshapaniyam, that should be 2 words, okay, nakshapaniyam. Nakshapaniyam means it should not be wasted, okay. So for the sake of pita I do something etc, it is all meaningless, it should not be wasted, no money should be wasted. Swapitaram prati uddishya prajnena, see, means if you are a thinker, you understand? Paguttarivu-vadi. In Tamil we have a phrase Paguttarivu-vadi. Okay. So this Swapitaram prati uddishya prajnena vidusha vittadi nanashyam nakshapaniyam iti avidyavashaha avidya sthitaha avidya margasthaha. So this avidya margasthaha, this is what he will say. You can even put a danda there. Okay. Anadikaladarabhya swabhavikyeva avidya marga pravritti. See, again, there should be a hyphen here. Pravrittihi jiva, pravrittir jivanam is one word. Okay. It is not pravrittir jivanam. Okay. There should be a hyphen. Pravrittir jivanam iti bhavaha. There should be a hyphen. See, avidya marga pravrittir jivanam. So it is a hyphenated word. Bhavaha loka iti sheshaha. Abhimanyate yamavasham mrityu nikhnam yati. This is what this fellow thinks. Okay? So this fellow, so because of the training that he has received in a different group, Abhimanyate yamavasham mrityu nighnatam yati yatyapi prapnoti cha. There again you can put a danda. Okay, full stop. Punaham riyate jayate chetyarthaha. Okay, yati cha. Then punaham riyate jayate chetyarthaha. Again and again he goes into this cycle. We have no jatasya hi dhruvo mrityuh dhruvam janma mritasya cha. So this cycle you get into. Nastikaha api avidyapatha panthaha. He once again uses that. But this is one word. Okay, you cannot split. Avidyapatha panthaha is one word. Okay. Avidyapatha pantha eva parantu. Now he says parantu karmathebhyopi heenataram durgatimeva ete gachanti. So in fact he was mentioning even karmathas are described as avidyapatha pantha. Avidyapatha panthaha karmathaha. So these nastikas are also avidyapatha panthaha. But among them, this karmathaha are far better. That's what he is saying. That's what he is saying. Karmathebhyopi, because these fellows are far more inferior. Heenataram durgatimeva ete gachanti. Heenataram durgatimeva ete gachanti. Pashvadi janma prapti lakshanam. So among the various kinds of jantus that are available in this universe, so you always think that the birth in the form of human being is by the grace, by punya. So this is a higher level because you can care for other beings also. Other beings can care for themselves, many of them. But you can care for other beings. That is the main distinction. So, ahara, dog also eats. Nidra, it sleeps more number of hours than you sleep. Dog. So they are also, if you take a stick, so they will also run away. Right? And they will also reproduce. These are all common things, right? Ahara, Nidra, Bhaya, Maithuna. These are all. But here we can care for other beings. That is the greatest blessing that we have. Okay? So this for these fellows, so if you think that there is nothing beyond, etc., so there is no question now performing good deeds. That's what we have this, no? Nastika. Okay. Rinam krutva kritam pibet. So this is a phrase that this. Rinam krutva kritam pibet. Just borrow money and then tomorrow say, no, I don't have anything to do. Okay. But if you borrow money, as per Shastra, if you believe, there is nothing like greater papa than being a rini. Okay. So we also talk of rina at various levels. Devarana, Pitarrana, Manushya-rana. All these are considered as rinas. See, that is the level of thinking that we can have. Okay. So Durgati meva yete gachanti Pashvadijanma prapti lakshanam, etc. See, so we have sthavaranta adhogati. See, why is it called so? See, we human beings have various ways of protecting ourselves. Understand? So you can escape, you can do various kinds of protections. Multiple levels of protection you can have. Animals also can sort of run away. But if you go with an axe and cut a tree cannot run away. You understand? It can't. So this. So that is why it says Thavaranta Adhogati. Adhogati means the level into which you can go down. So those which cannot move. Pashwadi and so on. Pashwadi Janma Prapti Lakshanam Naraka Prapti Lakshanancheti Bhavaha. So this is how it ends. So we'll stop here. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhanaktu Sahaviryan Karavavahi Tejasvinavadhi Tamastu Madhvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Sarve Sukhinas Santu, Sarve Santu Niramayaha, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu, Ma Kaschid Dukha Bhag Bhavet. Om